Welcome back to another Animal Headquarters videos, and today I'm here with Dory, and we're going to be talking about stuck shed. So let's get into it. So Dory just shed last night, which is a little more common. It happens a lot with her because she's younger and she's still growing. She's growing more and more patterns. As you see, she's really bright in color. She's been working, most of her sheds have been working on her head. She is wild type. She's going to be having a lot of spots. She has a lot of spots on her head, and then her tail has been working with, instead of bands, is getting into more spots. So she shed, and I did everything, but for some reason I had a perfect human hide, everything, but she had some problems. What's unusual is that she has, most leopard geckos who shed are going to have stuck shed on her toes, which she does, but she also, I don't know how well you can see this, but she also has some stuck shed at the back of her, right there. See it? It's hard to see, but on the back of her leg. So for that, I'm going to be using these tweezers to grab in and try to grab onto the stuck shed. Let's see here. I don't want to grab her. This normally does not happen. Hold on. Can't quite. It's a really hard spot to get. There we go. Oh. It's her little shed. Let's see if she'll eat it. Because when we get her shed, they eat their shed. Ugh. He's falling down. Oh, here it is. Does she want to eat it? Will she eat it? Nope, she's not going to eat it. But now I got work on her toes. Yeah, that's all off of her leg. Toes, I don't use these tweezers unless they're a piece of it off. I use this. So this, I'm going to wet it a little bit and then try to brush it off the thing. So I have a spray bottle that I use whenever she has to shed. Get this wet. Got this a little bit wet, and then I'm just rubbing it on her feet. Which is not, she has 1, 2, 3 stuck shed. She's got 3 toes that have stuck shed on them. Which obviously, this is not working. But the last time she had stuck shed, which was her very first shed with me, this is how I did it. But now, for some reason, it's not working. So, oh, there we go. One down. See her. You can see on my little hand, that's the shed from her toe. She eat it? No. Nope. She doesn't care too much for that. Okay. Time to get the other 2 toes. So basically all I'm doing, hold on, I'm gonna get her on the other hand because that way my right hand, my dominant hand, see the 2 stuck shed? You'll be able to tell, but I'm just pressing down lightly on it, and when she walks, trying to get some of that shit off. And if you don't get stuck shed off, then each shed will get tighter and tighter and tighter because it'll build up the shed, and then she or your leopard gecko will lose their toes. There you go. Another one off. Now I just have 1 toe left. After every shed, you want to check to make sure that no stuck shed, and if they do, just get it off. There's many ways to do it, but this is just the way that I do it. It's personally the easiest when you're working with toes, and like I said, when she has stuck shed otherwhere, like in between her arms or something, I'll just pull that off with tweezers. But this is only the second time she's had stuck shed. You can also, sometimes leopard geckos will have shed stuck on their heads, sometimes even on their tails. It never happened to me since she's only had stuck shed twice, but I would not want it on her tail since they can drop tails. I don't want her to lose the tail. But this one shed is not going too well. Basically, all I'm doing is just pressing it down. Just take this, press it down. Well, press down lightly, and it came off. So that's all the shed that she had. Two pieces of shed there, and then one there, and then another one from her somewhere else. Well, as a baby, they're going to be shedding a lot because they're growing and growing. As the adults, they still shed, but it's just less, like, they shed less. And that's the thing when you're thinking about getting a reptile, or specifically a leopard gecko, you're going to want to think about the shedding, because, and also they eat it, whereas snakes, they will just shed it and leave it off. So leopard geckos they eat their shed, and so you want to make sure you're prepared for shedding. Make sure you spray down a tank and everything. Have a humid hide. Leopard geckos don't need a humid hide, but it's definitely suggested because my leopard gecko loves her humid hide. She'll go in there and right before a shed and right after a shed, just make sure she's nice and moist. I spray it down every single time. But now that she's done, I'm gonna put it back, and she's done with shedding. Yay! So today we learned how to get stuck shed off of a leopard gecko and all that. We learned about shedding with them, which is really always interesting, especially when you're getting a reptile. You want to think about their shedding sometimes, because most reptiles can be different about shedding. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you later. Adios.